When you walk that lonesome valley into a cloudless sky, into a cloudless sky. Memory lingers as the body turns to clay, so that we will recognize you on the resurrection day, on the resurrection day. On your journey, your soul learn how to fly. When you walk that lonesome valley into a cloudless sky, into a cloudless sky. I'm gonna live with the Father, hallelujah, what you gain, free from every care and bother, and free from earthly pain, and free from earthly pain. On your journey, your soul learn how to fly. When you walk that lonesome valley into a cloudless sky, into a cloudless sky. I'm glad I'm a believer, for I know how the story ends. I'll deny the great deceiver, meet my family and my friends, see my family and my friends. On your journey, your soul learn how to fly. When you walk that lonesome valley into a cloudless sky, into a cloudless sky.
Keeping it an American, swinging across to California. How are you, Riggy? How's it going?
I'm good. How about yourself? Good. Well, I did figure out one with the word fool in it, so I think I'll go with my gut impulse. From the pen of Bill Caddick. When they ask me where the old man's gone, you may say you saw me leaving. When they ask you, did I crawl, you may say that I was riding. When they ask you, was I bent with care, or did I hang my head in sorrow, you may say that I rode tall, looking forward to tomorrow. When you ask for me as questions, living in the past, they say, why should I have all the answers? Let me make my way. When they ask you, did I travel light, with no provisions close beside me, say my saddlebags were filled with all the dreams I need to guide me. Here it comes. When they laugh and say he's lost it, when they say he's laughed and lost his mind, did they ever stop to wonder, here it comes, just what the fool would hope to find on the road that leads to yonder? All you ask for me is questions, living in the past, they say, why should I have all the answers? Let me make my way. And when they ask you where the old man's gone, you may say you saw me leaving. Don Quixote.
Love that.
Super duper. And swinging across to someone's heart who's in France. But in
Dalston.
In Dalston, yeah. Who's sound? Wish she's gone, left the building.
Right, I'm doing an October song just to be.
You need to project.
I'll have to sing a bit louder. Can you hear me?
Yes, get closer to the microphone.
Okay. I'll sing you this October song. Oh, there is no song before it. The words and tune are none of my own, for my joys and sorrows bore it. Beside the sea, the brambly briars, in the still of evening, birds fly out behind the sun, and with them I will be leaving. The fallen leaves that jewel the ground, they know the art of dying, and leave with joy their glad gold hearts in the scarlet shadows lying. When hunger calls my footsteps home, the morning follows after. I swim the seas within my mind, and the pine trees laugh green laughter. I used to search for happiness, I used to follow pleasure, but I found a door behind my mind, and that's the greatest treasure. For rulers like to lay down laws, and rebels like to break them, and the poor priests like to walk in chains, and God likes to forsake them. I met a man whose name was Time, and he said I must be going, but just how long ago that was, I have no way of knowing. Sometimes I want to murder time, sometimes when my heart is aching, but mostly I just stroll along the path that he is taking. Could you hear it?
Yes.
Excellent.
I did the trick of turning you up at this end. Yeah, over to Roger.
That was excellent, Carol. I remember sitting in Les Cousins listening to the Incredible String Band all those years ago. Fantastic stuff. This is a Mississippi John Hurt song. A genial old man, I think, but some of his words could be a bit heavy, but this one isn't too bad. So it occurs to me, it seems to have the tune of Sweet Little 16 or Surfing USA, or whichever you prefer. But I imagine this one came first. Okay. Give me red lipstick and a purple rouge and a single bob haircut and a shot of good booze. Hurry down, sweet daddy, and blow your horn. If you come too late now, sweet mama will be gone. Come along, young man, everything's set right. My husband gone away till next Saturday night. Come down, sweet daddy, blow your horn. Come too late now, sweet mama will be gone. I'm raring to go, shoes on my feet, my mind's setting right now for that thin Lizzie seed. Hurry down, sweet daddy, blow your horn. Come too late now, sweet mama will be gone. Red rooster says, cock-a-doodle-doo. Richland woman says now, any dude's gonna do. Come down, sweet daddy, blow your horn. Come too late now, sweet mama will be gone. Stop at the fashion shop, take the one that looks best. Your own sweet mama wants a brand new dress. Hurry down, sweet daddy, blow your horn. If you come too late now, sweet mama will be gone. And every Sunday morning, watch me go. Want to sprout my wings now, preacher told me so. Come down, sweet daddy, blow your horn. Come too late now, sweet mama will be gone.
Oh,
Dad jokes or something.
oh.
Excellent. And over. Hello, G. I can never pronounce it. Pelagie?
Pelagie, yes.
Pelagie. Now, where are you now?
Darlington.
Darlington. Okay, welcome.
Thank you. Right, a Les Barker poem for you all. There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool. What's famous for fresh air and fun? And Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with Albert, their son. With Albert and some trepidation, they made their way up to the zoo and went up to the head keeper. Can you find Albert summat to do? Do you think he could muck out elephants? Could he remove a sharp thorn from a paw? How about feeding lions? He can do that, he's done it before. Right, come and feed the animals. But Albert, as thou's a beginner, you can start off feeding fodder to finches. Feed 'em this fodder for dinner. So off toddled Albert with fodder. But horrors, when young lad got there, every last finch had expired on the floor with its feet in the air. Albert rushed back to the keeper and he told his tale of woe. Feed 'em to the lions, said the keeper. Waste not, want not, you know. And when thou's done that, try monkeys. Give 'em a box of these, pointing at a box of bananas, labelled for chimpanzees. Young Albert picked up the bananas. He were planning a chimpanzee feast, but found every ape in the ape house were of chimpanzee diseases deceased. Albert rushed back to the keeper and he told his tale of woe. Feed 'em to the lions, said the keeper. Waste not, want not, you know. And then you mun see to the bees. Hurry on down to the hive. See as they swallows this pollen, that is, if there's any alive. By gum, 'twere a bumblebee bereavement. What fatalities, 200 plus. Death, where is thy sting, and vice versa? Poor Albert had missed the last buzz. Albert rushed back to the keeper and he told his tale of woe. Feed 'em to the lions, said the keeper. Waste not, want not, you know. Mash 'em all up in yon bucket. Yon lion, he ought to be pleased. It's a meal he don't get very often. Finch, chimps and mushy bees. Waste not, want not. Les Barker. Thank you.
Yay.
Oh, that's it.
And swinging over to the Squirrel Man, it's David.
It's me. I'm not the squirrel man.
There's no, yeah, there's no way to follow nuts other than with other nuts. Yeah, right. I'll be completely serious after that. This is a song that I have not been able to sing out very often recently because wherever I choose to sing it, someone always beats me to it, but not tonight. I think it's actually developed into something of a motto or mantra for us, having gone on to all these wonderful Zoom sessions. And thank you, Islington, for being another welcoming session. Fantastic, wonderful crowd, wonderful session. My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear its music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? Although the tempest around me roars, I know the truth, it liveth. And though the darkness round me close, songs in the night it giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? When tyrants tremble, sick with fear, and hear their death knells ringing, when friends rejoice, both far and near, how can I keep from singing? In prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing? I lift my eyes, the cloud grows dim. I see the blue above it, and day by day the pathway clears, since first I learned what love is. My song of peace makes fresh my heart, a fountain ever springing. All things are mine since I am loved. How can I keep from singing? My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear its music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing?
Now, I think we're going to go over to Wendy, who could be the closest person to actually where Islington Folk Club used to be. Yeah. Okay, over to Wendy.
Okay, we ought to do a map with all our little pins in, shouldn't we, to see where we all are. So that can be somebody else's job. This has got nothing to do with anything except I felt like singing it, really. It's a Pogue song, Rainy Night in Soho. I've been loving you a long time, down all the years, down all the days, and I've cried for all your troubles, smiled at your funny little ways. We watched our friends grow up together, and we watched them as they fell. Some of them fell into heaven, some of them fell into hell. Fell into hell. I took shelter from a shower, and I stepped into your arms on a rainy night in Soho. The wind was whistling all its charms. I sang you all my sorrows. You told me all your joys. Whatever happened to those old songs? To all those little girls and boys, little girls and boys. Sometimes I'd wake up in the morning, the ginger lady by my bed, covered in a cloak of silence. I'd hear you talking in my head. I'm not singing for the future. I'm not dreaming of the past. I'm not talking of the first times. I never think about the last. Think about the last. But now the song is nearly over. We may never find out what it means. Still there's a light I hold before me. You are the measure of my dreams, the measure of my dreams.
And now at Islington, welcome to Jim, who hasn't been here before. Where are you based here? I can see you're in somewhere exotic.
I'm in
Rousseau.
Glastonbury.
Huh?
I'm in Glastonbury. I was in Loughton in Essex 5 years ago, but
okay.
Now I'm in Glastonbury.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. Well, let's hear you.
This is a song about losing a friend. It was being reminded about Jan dying today. Made me think of this. But it's a different sort of friend, but just as sad. We used to have a little dog called Huggy, with great big bulgy eyes and loads of hair. As he bounced along, he looked so very funny, Huggy Bear. He thought he was so clever when they showed us. If you want to find him, all you have to do, call 3 little words, he'll come running. Oh, where's the bear? Where's the bear? Our lives have changed, we're constantly reminded. Nothing's lurking in the corners of our eyes. Someone missing by the bookcase in the hallway. Huggy Bear. No claws tapping on the wooden floors around us. Heavy breathing in the night is only ours. No one waiting by the stairs until we're ready. Oh, where's the bear? Where's the bear? No more agitated waits for toast at breakfast. No one itching for a walk around the block. No more late night trips to piddle in the garden. A Huggy Bear isn't there. No one supervising every kitchen movement. No one desperate to share a biscuit now. No one hanging on to each and every mouthful. Oh, where's the bear? Where's that bear? No more thinking that he's scared away the postman. No more chewing up the letters to make sure. Still that question, but without the happy answer. Where's the bear? No one leaping out to greet all our arrivals. No one barking loud to say you were too long. But an intimately sad and lonely feeling. Oh, where's the bear? Where's the bear? Once we had a little dog, his name was Huggy, with great big bulgy eyes and loads of hair. As he bounced along, it looked so very funny. Oh, now he's gone, and we miss him. Old Huggy Bear. La da da, la da da, la da da. Where's the bear? He's gone.
Thank you.
Oh,
And now Wendy has nominated Martin Nail to actually get that map of the country with the pins in, because he has the maps. So he's going to lay all his Ordnance Survey maps out over a very, very big bedroom and pin down where we all are. I think to get our map references up. I think that would be an excellent idea. Do you take that on, Martin? No, I think he's on mute. I think I'm going to go on mute myself and hide.
Right, yes. Now that's a very good idea, Bernard.
Got
Yes.
all the grid references on the maps, yeah.
Thank you, Martin.
Well, all you need is... have you got any pens?
I could send you pins, Martin.
Can't you just use virtual pins?
I think you have to use virtual maps.
You ought to go on to another tack there.
Why don't they just sing a song instead? The song I always sing when I think it's spring.
Poisoning pigeons.
As I walked out one midsummer's morning, for to view the fields and to take the air, it was down by the banks of the sweet primroses. There I beheld a most lovely fair. With 3 long steps I stepped up to her, not knowing me as she passed me by. I stepped up to her, intending to view her. She appeared to me most like some virgin bride. I said, fair maid, where are you going? And what's the occasion of all your grief? I will make you as happy as any lady, if you will grant to me some small relief. She said, stand off, you are deceitful. You are deceitful and a false young man. It is you that is causing my poor heart to wander. And to speak of comfort, it is all in vain. I will go down to some lone valley, where no man on earth shall let me find, where the pretty little small birds do tune their voices, and every moment blows the blusterous wine. So come all young men that go a-courting, pray you pay attention unto what I say. It's many's the cold and the blustery morning turns out to be a most sunshiny day. Sweet primroses.
Excellent. So, OS references to Martin and over to Paul.
Hello. So I know there's a number of anniversaries from lockdown coming up. Today is the anniversary of the first gig that I couldn't go to, which was Ron Truman Border at the Cafe Dolce Vita in Petts Wood. And of course, the chances of ever seeing Ron have gone. So this is one of his songs. got hands like a woman. They're soft and smooth. He lets his fingers do the talking, and those mountains move. But his eyes, they tell of trouble few of us have seen. Who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Well, I never got religion, it ain't worth a damn. But I caught a glimpse of heaven in a mortal man. The sweet Lord plays the Gibson, the devil beats a tambourine. Who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Who'll play for the broken hearts? Who'll play for the shattered dream? Who'll play for the missing years? Play the blues for what might have been. Well, some will pay the piper, and some will call the tune, and some will chase his shadow to the dark side of the moon. But when those angels whisper, and when those sirens scream, who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Well, there's a thin line between genius and madness, so they say, that stretches out from midnight to the cold, cruel light of day, while the businessmen make music for the ghost in the machine. Who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Who'll play for the broken hearts? Who'll play for the shattered dreams? And who'll play for the missing years? Play the blues for what might have been. Well, he talks a little funny, he acts a little strange, but I believe that a love still burns and some things never change. If he's walking in the wilderness or waking from a dream, who'll play the blues for Peter Green? Who'll play the blues for Peter Green?
Yay.
Lovely, Paul.
This wonderful song. Over to David Black.
Hi.
So, Carol, pay attention. We're having a bit of French now.
Pardon my French, I should say.
See you later.
This is a taste of Georges Bresson song called it's called Auprès de mon arbre, besides my tree. Okay. J'ai plaqué mon chêne comme un saligot, mon copain le chêne, mon alter ego. On était du même bois, un peu rustique, un peu brut, dont on fait n'importe quoi, sauf naturellement les flûtes. J'ai maintenant les frênes des arbres de Judée, tous de bonnes graines, de haute fauteuil. Mais toi, tu manquais l'appel, ma vieille branche de campagne, mon seul arbre de Noël, mon mât de coton. Auprès de mon arbre, je vivais heureux. J'aurais jamais dû les de mon arbre. Auprès de mon arbre, je vivais heureux. J'aurais jamais dû les quitter les yeux. Je suis un pauvre type, j'aurais plus de joie. J'ai jeté ma pipe, ma vieille pipe en bois. And that's, I'm afraid, that's as far as I got. Okay.
Yay.
There are a few more verses, but I'll practice.
Yeah, I was expecting Carol to do an on the go translation so we could get the subtitles up. I thought that'd be really quite sort of good stuff there.
It's about the grass is greener on the other. It's not really greener on the other side. Basically, he left his tree and he went and he missed it and his home turf.
Oh,
right. He threw away his old pipe and he got an ornate one with flowers on, but it just didn't match up.
Yeah. Okay. Now, am I right? Is he a Belgian?
No, the other guy was Belgian, the Brielle.
Oh, Brielle, okay. Yeah. Oh, I just get confused between them all. Right. Okay, over to Kate, who's somewhere up north. Yeah, okay.
Yes, from somewhere up north called Manchester.
Yeah.
And from there we go to the North Pole. I was homeward bound one night on the deep. Swinging in my hammock, I fell asleep. I dreamed a dream, and I thought it was true, concerning Franklin and gallant crew. Freeman, he sailed away to the frozen ocean in the month of May, seeking a passage around the pole where we poor sailors do sometimes go. Through cruel hardship we mainly strove, our ships on mountains of ice was drove. Only the Eskimo in his skin canoe was the only one who ever came through. And now my burden, it gives me pain. For the sake of Franklin, I would cross the main. 10,000 pounds would I freely give to save on earth that my Franklin do live. I was homeward bound one night on the deep, swinging in my hammock, I fell asleep. I dreamed a dream, and I thought it was true, concerning Franklin and his gallant crew.
Kate from Manchester there. Now, I need to talk to Chris about hair. Are you wearing a ponytail at the moment?
I certainly am, yes.
Okay, I may have to go in that direction. Okay, right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't dream of letting anybody cut that off.
Okay, right. Having spent a year growing it, I think I have an investment.
Yes.
Well, yes, indeed. This is a song that I don't think I've sung at Islington before. I haven't sung it anywhere for some time. It's a song by Mike Waterson called The Cold Coast of Iceland. My name is Jim Parkinson, Hull's where I'm from. Some call me a hero, some call me a bum. But I'll sing you a song the way songs should be sung, of them heroes that fished off of Iceland. You can talk of your soldiers, your sailors so fine, your men in the steelworks, your lads down the mine. But as many's the hero that's wasted his prime catching cod off the cold coast of Iceland. I've 3 fingers missing, now ain't that a shame? And me left leg is gammy, that means that I'm lame. It's a small price to pay to be part of the game, catching cod off the cold coast of Iceland. It's bye-bye St Andrews as we head for the ground, where the cod and the haddock and them redfish are found. Then it's out with the gear and we work the clock round, catching cod off the cold coast of Iceland. Now your wages are gamble, so you earn all you can. There's rules to be broken, so you break every one. And you stand and you freeze and kid on you're a man, catching cod off the cold coast of Iceland. And when the trip's over and Sinbad's ashore, you drink a few pints and then have a few more. Then it's home to the missus or else visit some whore to forget about fishing off Iceland. Then came the cod wars and we lost every round, and the fishing was over for we'd lost the best ground, and a cloud of despondency fell on the town. No more fishing for cod off of Iceland. But now on the dock where the trawlers were seen, in cold glass and concrete, a brand new museum. It's called Trawling Deep Water GBPLC. And all of me heroes are memories.
And there's chat going on about the terror. I've been too scared to watch it. Right. So I shall move on to Maggie.
Right. You've got a friend. When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call. Now be there, yeah. You got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud, for soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. You got a friend. Carol King, you've got a friend.
Excellent. Is it from Tapestry? I think it's.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. You're at the bottom of the screen. You're on after Rick. Is that okay? Well, I can't hear you, so we'll worry about it in a moment. Let's get Rick going.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, you're with us. Yeah. Back onto mute and let Rick Hayter.
Okay, thanks, Bernard. Brand new song. Bernard heard it last night, and it's changed since then, so it's ongoing. What's the right word? Evolving. That's not too pretentious. Terrace roads, crazy homes, sunny parks, garden gnomes, lively windows of the city streets. Lofty hill, woody weald, singing river, muddy field, bright blue sky and the gold god's heat. 1,000 miles behind me, 10,000 more to go, walking through this world, walking through this life. Sleepy village, busy town, shady valley, airy down, striding, working up a healthy sweat. Haunted wood, wet with rain, bluebell path, primrose lane, get on home before the red sun sets. 1,000 miles behind me, 10,000 more to go, walking through this world, walking through this life. You wonder why I'm walking every day. Well, walking's my religion, it's how I pray. Till I'm weary, high and low, in the morning, got to go over distant hills, far away. This lovely world, I want to know, see it all before I go, never, never see another May. 1,000 miles behind me, 10,000 more to go, walking through this life, walking through this world. Wonder why I'm walking every day. Walking's my religion, it's how I pray.
Yeah.
Super duper. Welcome to Tom and Joe. Are you still on the Holloway Road somewhere?
No, sadly, we're somewhere completely different, namely Norbury. Has anybody heard of Norbury?
Norbury, no. Well, Martin Nail will have a map. And he'll pin you down very quickly. Okay, right. Give us a song.
There's one called Lazy Farmer. tell you a little story. It won't take too long. About a lazy farmer who wouldn't hoe his corn. The reason why I never could tell, but that young man was always well. He planted his corn in the month of June, and by July was up to his eye. Then come September there came a big frost, and all that young man's corn was lost. Just now his courtship had just begun, when they said, young man, have you hoed your corn? Well, I tried and I tried, but I tried in vain. I don't believe I raised one grain. Well, he went down to his neighbour's door, where he had often been before, and he said, pretty miss, will you marry me? Little miss, what do you say? And she said,
why do you come here for me to wed, where you can't even make your own cornbread? Single I am and I will remain, a lazy man I won't maintain.
he turned his back and he walked away, saying, little miss, you'll rue the day. You'll rue the day that you were born, for giving me the devil, 'cause I won't hoe corn.
She watched him go and she watched with glee, saying there's no need to know such a man as he. Whatever the harm was that I forswore, I'll still have my barn and my fields of corn.
Great to hear you again, Tom.
Tom, super sound.
Super sound. I collected everything you had on the internet 2 years ago, and I hope you have some new offerings out there.
Well, sadly, a bit short of those.
You're big in California.
I've got on my collection.
Yeah, must make some new videos, mustn't we?
Must,
yes,
yeah.
we must.
Okay. Well, I think we've been around. It's back to me now. I have the slight embarrassment of when I was 18 years old. I was a serious young man. I think I had hair fairly similar to this, into sort of King Crimson and Soft Machine and things. And I remember walking into a friend's room, and I quite liked the song that was on. I asked who it was by, and he said it was Grand Funk Railroad. And I found out that they were deeply uncool. And thought, I quite like this. And then many years ago, a few years later, I got a hit from the 60s and 70s, and that they had a song called We're an American Band, which was quite catchy, but sort of slightly, strange. So I thought, well, I can write like that. So I thought, what am I? So this is my version. We play for love. We play for free. We play for cake. We play for tea. We strum and sing. We need a hand. We're a community ukulele band. We know the chords. We play all three. We keep in time approximately. What do you want? At your command. We're a community ukulele band. We play in C, the people's key. C, F and G, 7 let it be. Heavens above, here we stand. We're a community ukulele band. We play pop, folk and blues, rock and roll, if you choose. No direction, nothing planned. We're a community ukulele band. We're a TLA. We're the RUG. 3 letters abbreviated. We're a CUB. We're easy going, no demand. We're a community ukulele band. We do Denver and we do Dog, Dylan Donovan, the full catalogue. Beatles, Tambler, punked per band. We're a community ukulele band. We're a community ukulele band. We're a community ukulele band. Thank you, Grand Funk Railroad. Over to Nick with whatever he wants.
Well, some of you might have seen the documentary on Pogue's frontman, Sean Maguire, which was a tad self-indulgent and, according to Irish friends of mine, also plays far too much into a stereotype for somebody who wasn't actually born in Ireland and was educated in an English public school. However, it doesn't stop the fact that they did write some very good songs, and he is a very good songwriter. I'm not going to sing this one. I'm just, and it's not his. It's a traditional song, but there you go. Bit of Sean.
My problem with Shane MacGowan is I had a friend who had a band who played a gig down at King's Cross, and Shane McGowan was running the gig, and they were the support act, and he refused to give them any money because he said no one came in to see them. But the reason no one came in to see them was he told everyone to go away. At the door. I realised he was a public school, and I was going to, you could use a very rude word. But as a boy who failed the 11 plus, I always hated public school people of that sort. And I apologise to Rick down there who occasionally sort of plays in territory down there, but it has issues for me. Okay, right, over to Pete and Maggie.
Ah, yes. Yes. I'd love to hear a song by Sean Maguire. But there we go. Right. There's a curse of seasonal songs. The week before Easter, a morn bright and clear, and the sun, it shone brightly, and keen blew the air. I went to the forest to gather fine flowers, but the forest would yield me no roses. Now the roses are red, my love, and the leaves they are green. All the bushes and briars are a pleasure to be seen, while the small birds are singing, changing their notes, down among the wild beasts of the forest. The first time I saw my love was to the church go. Oh, the bride and the bridesmaids, they made a fine show, and I hurried after, my heart full of woe, for to see my love wed to another. The parson that married them, how loud he did cry, all you who'd forbid it, I bid you draw nigh. Thought I to myself, I'd a good reason why, but I had not the heart to forbid it. And I saw my love in the church stand, a gold ring on her finger, white gloves in her hand, and thought I to myself, why, I could have been that man, though I'd never once mentioned to have her. And I saw my love sit down and dine, and I sat down beside her, and I poured out the wine, and I drank to the lassie that could have been mine, but now she is wed to another. And the last time I saw my love, she was dressed all in white, made my eyes run and water, fair dazzled my sight. So I picked up my hat, and I bid her good night. Here's adieu to all false-hearted true loves. The ladies and the gentlemen, they're all asking me how many strawberries grow in the salt sea, and I'll ask them back with a tear in my eye, How many tall ships in the forest? So dig me a grave, dig it long, wide and deep, and strew it all over with roses so sweet. And I'll lie me down there to take a young sleep. And that's the best way to forget her.
Yeah,
You can do it.
join me. Okay. Hello.
Maggie, over to you, yeah? And then what have Riggy, then I've made a decision, then we'll have an interval. Okay.
Let's see. Sorry. Fancy stagecraft here. Oh, actually, it's not much point because, yeah, I still can't really see it. Got the old dulcimer down off the wall after a very long time. So, asking Pete to help me out.
Lovely.
Kept on expecting you to sing.
That was great. That was over to Riggy to take us up to interval time.
Okay, I'm going to do I did some research this week on this song, and it's actually, I thought it was a 14th century song, and it's actually from 1928. Easter hymn from set to a 15th century French carol called Noël Nouvelet. I'm going to play guitar. Now the green blade rises from the buried grain, wheat that in the dark earth many days hath lain. Love lives again, that with the dead has been. Love is come again, like wheat that springeth green. In the grave they laid him, love whom man hath slain, thinking that never he would wake again. Laid in the earth like rain that heart sleeps unseen. Love has come again, like wheat that springeth green. Forth he came at Easter, like the risen grain. Weak for 3 days in the grave hath lain. Weak from the dead, my risen Lord is seen. Love is come again, like wheat that springeth green. When our hearts are wintry, grieving or in pain, thy soft touch can call us back to life again. Films of our hearts that dead and bare have been, love has come again, like wheat springeth green. Love is come again, like wheat that springeth green.
Super duper. Now, I think it's now, well, so we've got 5 minutes off for generally chat and doing stuff one does, and then back at 5. And then, Nick, can you play a tune at past? Okay, right. See you all.
So where have you been dancing, Tony?
Sheffield?
Sheffield?
Not actually in Sheffield, presumably. Virtual Sheffield.
It's like Sheffield Carols. Not really in
Yes.
Sheffield.
Well, they're usually in Sheffield. They weren't last year, of course, but...
Perhaps I will get a drink. You sure?
What sort of drink are you going to get? I got in more beer and I haven't finished my last lot yet. Wow.
Is it, Riggy, is it warm in California?
Actually too warm.
Oh.
So I am in process of moving house, and I packed away my air conditioner.
Oh.
I bought an air conditioner last year. We had incredible erratic weather here. People who've lived here, 20 years longer than me in their 90s are just astounded by the weather we've been having. So it's hotter
Bizarre.
here than it's ever been in the living memory of the oldest people.
I remember being the time I went to San Francisco and stayed with Faith and went and saw a bit of Northern California. I was very disappointed that it wasn't warm because I'd been led to believe it would be warm. And obviously LA, where I landed, was warm, but San Francisco, well, San Francisco can be cold and wet and misty and foggy and whatever.
Don't you know that song about the lady as a tramp? hates California, says it's cold and it's damp.
Damp, yes. Well, I'd forgotten that.
Well, when we went, it was all misty in San Francisco, but
usually is.
we had bicycles and we went across the bridge, and it was all sunny over the other side.
I live on the other side, not for the sun. I live it for the culture.
The culture, yeah.
The San Francisco has become very upper crust. It always was, but it's become exclusively upper crust and very expensive. And so the all ex hippies and intellectuals and communists.
Are you an ex hippie?
No, I'm still a hippie. I'm not.
All right, okay.
No, definitely, and it's one of the reasons why I feel comfortable in London. I feel that London is still that way.
Some of it.
Yes.
Except all the young people moving to Bristol and Sheffield because they can't afford here.
Right. Well, it's the same dynamic here. Here they moved to Seattle and Portland.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, I've been able to find, before this place, and going back 5 or 10 landlords, and the one that I have coming up in 6 weeks, they're all communists. And they've inherited their houses from either their husbands or their parents, and they don't care about money, and they like to have me around, so I get a cheaper place.
Excellent.
Huh.
So
The world needs more landlords and landladies like that.
I mean, why have a profit motive if you have all the money you need already? And that's the kind of attitude I have. And
Indeed, yeah. A lot of people who don't have that attitude, unfortunately.
Right. And they think of it, they have to, who dies with the most of money in their bank account? What's that?
Dies disgrace.
Yes.
As Mr. Carnegie said.
Perhaps they're reincarnated pharaohs. They think they can take it with them.
Who dies owning the most musical instruments?
That's my game. That's my game.
Wins.
Everybody's maybe they haven't seen this, but this is I've gone back to the instrument I had when I was 20 years old, living in the north of England and studying with Louis Killen and Alistair. What's his name?
Anderson.
Alistair Anderson. So I bought a 1931 Wheatstone Golden Era tenor. So it goes down nice and low, and it doesn't have any of the dog notes that only dogs can hear on it. And this is where the instead of leaving it to I tell my son, I'm gonna spend my inheritance, your inheritance.
Well, we had to work for ours, so why shouldn't they?
It's good for
all those years I put into the belly of the beast.
You have to do this.
Do you think there's something funny
I
about
do.
that?
I love that instrument. Oh.
Lovely sound.
started in the wrong key.
That sounded really good. I like that. No, that's a bassy sound was great. I think, no.
Is that a Morris tune?
It's the Rochdale Coconut Dance. Strictly speaking, it's a rapper tune, not a Morris tune. But yeah, it's a dance tune.
Okay, over to the lady in red, Carol. Take it away.
I'll move to the other side, see if it's a bit louder, and then to the piano. Okay. As I beside some winter's fire sat writing words strange and steady amongst my own eternal choir, came voices to my mind unsteady of those who died on either side, while friends cry o'er their bones unburied, go sighing through the northeast winds these cold days of February. Some clerk with papers and his pen, some banker with his poisoned pity, some captain careless of his men, these fan the flames that maim the cities, and bigots in the name of Christ by thorny paths obscure and muddy can fear to roam through years of cold, bewailing how their hands are bloody. Whether they were from here or there, their race or place I would not be heeding. The men who caused such bitterness, if hearts they have, let their hearts be bleeding. Who neither for age or the young child would turn the short of the arms they carried, go bear the guilt of weary ways for the cold days of February. As I beside some winter's fire sat writing words strange and steady amongst my own internal choir, came voices to my mind unready of those who died on either side, while friends cry o'er their bones unburied, go sighing through the northeast winds these cold days of February.
Beautifully sung. Now, Roger, are you going to do a song about rain?
I'm afraid not, no.
Oh, well, because I brought my rain stick.
I am sorry. Let you down.
And I was sure everyone else did as well. But so we're all let down there. Okay, Roger, take it away.
I can if you want to. Perhaps not. Okay. I was actually going to do Bob Dylan's Dream, but it has the same tune as Lord Franklin, which has already been done tonight. So I won't have the same tune twice in an evening. I'll do this one instead. First reserve. No one to talk with by myself, no one to walk with, I'm happy sitting on the shelf. I ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. I know for certain the one I love, I'm through with flirting, it's just you that I'm thinking of. I ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. I'm on the corner like Jack Horner, ain't going nowhere, and what do I care? Your kisses worth waiting for, honey, believe me. don't stay out late, don't need to go. I'm back about 8, just listening to my radio. I ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. On the corner, like Jack Horner, ain't going nowhere. And what do I care? Your kiss is worth waiting for. Honey, believe me. Don't stay out late, don't need to go. Back about 8, just listening to my radio. I ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. Saving all my love for you.
Hey, great stuff.
Super duper, super duper. Pelagie!
Pelagie.
Pelagie, I need to take a run at it. Okay.
You got it right last time.
I know, but yeah, once out, yeah, no, it's all a matter of luck. No, okay.
This is called Moving Day by Peter Branson. Before they reached the bridge, she saw the boats, begged them to stop. She knew the way the breeze stirred them to life, relaxed, then taut again against their mooring rights. They showed small daubs of light across the wides, like herring schools. She wrote the message carved into the slab below the massive coping stone. My age, she murmured at the number 68. We had a boat like that after the war. They started off back down the telescope's cruel eye, concealed behind a bank of cloud. Both hands loud round the handle of her bag. White knuckle ride, that frightened Fay behind the eyes. She doesn't know my bloody name, he snapped, so angry with the world he'd known, and her. Stop that, she warned. Children who swear deserve a smack. Outside himself, he laughed. Perhaps she could have coped, his partner asked. First time they'd found her out, he'd thought her drunk. Eventually, they talked the doctor round. Well, this is really nice. It's ages since we've been out in the car. Smile of content. Then warned her husband of the road ahead, and him already more than 10 years dead. Thank you.
Could I have the be under file for the moment?
Okay, over to Wendy.
Okay, I'm going to go in a completely different direction. So I'm going to sing something that I was also prompted to learn by a documentary about Billie Holiday. When the moon's kind of dreamy, starry-eyed and dreamy, and nights are luscious and long, if you're kind of lonely and all by your only, then nothing but the blues are brewing. The blues are brewing when the wind through the willow blows across your pillow and tells you sleeping is wrong. If love goes a-thirsting till you feel like bursting, then nothing but the blues are brewing. The blues are brewing. Suppose you want somebody, but you ain't got nobody. You've only got a gleam in your eyes. till somebody's found you and put their loving arms around you. You got the feeling you wanna die, but when the Lord up above you sends someone to love you, the blues are something you lose. You're so busy doing the things that you're doing that love ain't got no time for brewing the blues. Yeah.
Hey.
Good. Super duper. Now over for our early taste of the Glastonbury Festival from Mr. Jim Coombs.
This isn't exactly Fat Swallow, and it isn't exactly blues, but it's somewhat in the same vein. Well, would you like to play the guitar and carry money home in a jar from a folk club or a bar? Or would you rather get a job? A job is the thing that makes you get out of bed and work every day until you're dead. Your back is aching and your brain is numb. You just can't wait until the weekends come. But if you don't want to beg or steal or rob, you're gonna have to get a job. Or would you like to play the guitar and drive for miles and miles and miles in your car and pretend that you're a big star? Or would you rather book the gig? The agent's the one who gets his 20%. What he says isn't always what he meant. He'll clean you out in ways you never thought, 'cause he's good at business and he knows you're not. And then he'll sue if you ever make it big, 'cause he's the one that booked the gig. Or would you like to play the guitar for a living? Ha ha ha. I'll admit it's kind of bizarre. Or would you rather be the wife? The wife is the one who has to rescue your butt. She's either a saint or she's a nut. She gets frustrated and she gets annoyed. Well, she's the one who must remain employed. And by the way, if you want to wreck your life, become a guitar player's wife. Well, not all the monkeys live in the zoo. They could be trained to play guitar too. Some do a whole lot better than me and you. But even if you don't get far, you could be worse off than you are. At least you're playing the guitar.
Right.
Yeah, I was in the drama group at school, and I went. The careers officer got me a book on sort of how to join the theatre and things. And my mum said, "No, you don't want to do that. No, just keep that as a hobby." You know, sort of, and so I did. You know, there you go.
I did
as
well.
Huh?
I didn't.
Over to Sheila.
I seem to have been recently digging out a lot of songs I haven't sung for ages, and this is another one of the. The trouble with joining a session late is that you don't know what's been sung. So if anyone has sung this, shout at me and I'll stop and try to think of something else. This is an Easter song as well, of a sort. This is for Sunday. And I have forgotten where I usually pitch this when I used to sing it. It was down the glen one Easter day. That's going to be very low. It was down the glen one Easter day, to a city fair rode I. There I met bands of marching men, in squadrons passed me by. No pipes did hum, and no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo. But the Angelus bell o'er the Liffey swell rang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town we flung out the flag of war. For 'twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Suvla or Sudelbar. And from the plains of Royal Meath brave men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy dew. But the night fell black and the rifles' crack made perfidious Albion reel. Through the leaden rain 7 tons of flame did shine o'er the blades of steel. And by each shining blade a prayer was said, that to Ireland her sons would be true. And when morning broke, still the green flag shook out its folds in the foggy dew. It was England bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free. But their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves, or on the fringe of the grey North Sea. Oh, had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with brave Cathal Brew, their names we'd keep where the Fenians sleep, 'neath the shroud of the foggy dew. But the bravest fell, and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died that Easter tide in the springtime of the year. And the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men and few, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine in the foggy dew. As down the glen I rode again, my heart with grief was sore, for I parted then with those gallant men, whom I never shall see more. And to and fro in my dreams I go, and I kneel and say a prayer for you. For slavery fled, oh, you gallant dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. 105th anniversary, I should have said.
Yeah. Now Martin now is going to plot where we all are in the Zoom world, and then we're going to get a folk club probably in New York, which will be the equidistance for us all to go to. I think so. I think it'll be very trendy, isn't a folk club in New York? I think. Yeah. Okay, Martin, take it away.
Well, it depends how you weight the distances, doesn't it? Oh, come, all you Come, all you jovial fellows, give an ear unto me song. It is a little ditty, and it won't contain you long. It's of a brisk young damsel, and she lived down in Kent. And she arose one summer's morn, and she a nutting went with a Mayflower out to me rout dow, whack for the dear old day. Man, what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. It's of this brisk young farmer, he was ploughing of his land. He called them to his horses to bid them gently stand. Then he sat down all on his plough for a song to sing. His voice was so melodious, it made the valleys ring with I fell out to me rout dow, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. She came unto young Johnny as he sat on his plough. She said, young man, I think I feel, I cannot tell you how. He took her to some shady grove, and there they both lay down. She said, young man, I think I feel the world go round and round. With my fell out to me rout dow, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Now come all you local women, a warning from me take, that if you should a nutting go, don't you stay out too late. For if that you should stay so late to hear that ploughboy sing, you might have a young farmer to nurse up in the spring. With my fell out to me rout dow, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away.
Yeah.
Was I breaking up a lot in that?
So seeing Who come up in chat reminded me that back in the 80s, this Dutch guy came to work with us, and of course, being a big Who fan, but of course, being Dutch, he had never heard Pictures of Lily, so went straight round to my house so he could hear it because it was banned. So here's a song that was banned in the States, and generally, as we say, I don't lift any songs. If I see people doing it, sing rounds, I don't source any of my material from there, but this is the exception. This is the one song that Curtis Savage does around different clubs. As he doesn't come here, I'll do it here, but I never realised it was such a good song until I saw Curtis do it. Come and take my eldest son, show him how to shoot a gun. Wipe his eyes if he starts to cry when the bullets fly. Give him a rifle and take his hoe. Show him a field where he can go to lay his body down and die without asking why. Soldiers who want to be heroes number goddamn zero, but there are millions who want to be civilian. Sticks and stones can break your bones, and even names can hurt you. But the thing that hurts the most is when a man deserts you. Don't you think it's time to weed the leaders that no longer lead from their leaders who'd like to see their sons again? God, if men could only see the lessons taught by history, that all the singers of this song cannot write a single song. Let all men of goodwill stay in the fields they have to till, feed the mouths they have to fill, cast away their arms. Soldiers who want to be heroes number God and zero, but there are goddamn millions who want to be civilian. Soldiers who want to be heroes number goddamn zero, but there are millions who want to be civilians.
Yes.
Bob McEwen.
Hello.
Good evening and welcome.
Have you survived without me? Where have you got to?
We just had Paul.
Was he good?
Yes, he was.
Oh, let him do it again. No, over to Wendy. Actually, no, I've got a problem. All the squares are moved.
Oh no! I'll look back in the chat and see who's supposed to be
Yeah,
next.
yeah. Who's next?
Who thinks they're next?
I think
Tony.
Tony. I think it
Tony.
is Tony. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, can you hear me? The usual problem. Good Lord.
Well, I
think you've got to turn
the video off
right.
again, Tony.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Right, is that better? Is that better?
Yes.
Right, okay. Jimmy Cliff, I think this is. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Think I can make it now, the pain has gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Hey. And that was in the wrong key, but hey.
No, it's lovely. I sing that in the choir. I love that song.
As Chris left, yeah. So.
Kate next.
Kate Kate
Oh, is it
from
me?
Manchester. Woo!
Oh, well, this is probably very, very well known, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. Oh, the gallant frigate Amphitrite, she lay in Plymouth Sound. Blue Peter at her foremost head, for we were outward bound. We were waiting there for orders to send us far from home. Our orders came for Rio and thence around Cape Horn. And when we came to Rio, we prepared for heavy gales. We bent on all our rigging, boys, and took on all new sails. From ship to ship they cheered us. As we sailed along, they wished us pleasant weather in rounding of Cape Horn. In beating off Magellan Straits, it blew exceeding hard. In shortening sail, 2 gallant tars fell from the topsail yard. By angry seas, the ropes we threw from their poor hands was tore. We was forced to leave them to the sharks that prowl around Cape Horn. When we got round the Horn, me boys, we had some glorious days, and very soon our killick dropped in Valparaiso Bay. The pretty girls came down in flocks, I solemnly declare, they are not like those Plymouth girls with their long and curly hair. They love a tarry sailor when he spends his money free. They laugh and sing and merry be and have a jovial spree. And when your money is all spent, they don't on you impose. They are not like those Plymouth girls that'll pawn and sell your clothes. So farewell, Valparaiso, and farewell for a while. Likewise unto those Spanish girls along the coast of Chile. If ever I live to be paid off, I'll sit and sing this song. Here's a health to those pretty Spanish girls that we left around Cape Horn.
And over to Rick. I think.
Okay. Right, we've heard lots of songs written in the past, sometimes a very distant past. What I've got for you now is a song that hasn't yet been written and will in fact be written 200 years from now. See, if that doesn't do your head in, nothing will. Once they had a fountain in each room, 1,000 candlelight to counter all the gloom, a moving picture on each wall, and warmth was flooding every corner of their hall. But all things pass away, and now are gone. Once they lived in cities made of light, in crystal towers that were shining through the night. They sent strange signals through the land, machines for everything at everyone's command. But all things pass away, gone. That they made. Now everything they left us long ago decayed. Once they ate the produce of the world, sent by silver birds whose wings were never furled. Those birds left trails in the sky, a noise like thunder as they were flying high. But all things pass away, and now we're gone. And once they lived till very old, they had no fear of the hunger or the cold, and they would ride in wheeled steeds along these ways which now are cracked and choked by weeds. But all things pass away, now are gone. And all the world they used for, the wonders that they made, now everything they left us long ago decayed.
Now everyone round to Tom and Joe's in Newbury for a Zoom party. Yeah.
Norbury, get it right.
Norbury. No, how do you spell it? It can't be a real place. Okay, right, okay, wherever.
I've never heard of it. I've looked it out. It took me ages to find the damn
It's
place.
near Streatham and Norwood and Crystal Palace.
South London, Bernard.
Okay,
Down
but
south, mate. Not going there after 10 o'clock.
No, let them do what they do. Okay, radio.
Transpontine, that's what I am. Ah.
Down by the Sally Gardens, my love down by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did meet. She passed the Sally Gardens with little snow white feet. She bid me to take love easy as the leaves grow on the trees. But I, being young and foolish, with her would not agree.
Beautifully sung. This is a song of mass hypocrisy for lots of reasons, but it's sort of vaguely in the spirit. I had a year in Paris where I was probably as highly paid as I've ever been in my life. It mentions Afghanistan war, which is the one that, when Russia was in Afghanistan before we were and all the Americans were. And it also mentions the Bataclan and Peter Hamill and Shakespeare and Co., where I hung out with a guy called Joseph, who's moved to St. Petersburg and wrote French pornography films and things. So it's quite good. Watch the wiggle and the wobble on Saint-Germain. Talk to a man about Afghanistan. Go see Peter at the Bataclan. But I have no money. But I have no money. Eat couscous merguez at the Magic Grain. Cheap red wine eases the pain. Sing some songs on the banks of the Seine. Because I have no money. Because I have no money. Meet Joey and friends at Shakespeare and Co. George is a poser, but we all know that posers in Paris are part of the show. When you have no money. When you have no money. Okay, over to you, Nick, I think.
Sorry, wasn't quite expecting that. This is a tune called The Quaker. I've finished murdering that one now.
Okay, over to Ricky, then Carol. I shall write up a list, I think, so based on my memory.
What should Riggy do? I guess he should play his concertina. As I was walking down by the seashore, where the wind and the rain and the water do roar, there I heard a sad voice make a pitiful sound. Was the wind and the rain and the waters all around, crying, oh, my love's gone. He's the youth I adore. He's gone, and I never shall see him no more. She'd a voice like a nightingale, her skin like a dove, and the song that she sang, it was all about love. I asked her to marry me, please, but the answer she gave, my love's drowned in the sea, crying, oh, my love's gone. She's the youth I adore. He's gone, and I never shall see him no more. I told her I'd gold and I'd silver besides, and a coach and 6 horses, and with me she'd ride. No, I never will marry, nor be any man's wife. I'll be true to my love as long as I've life, crying, oh, my love's gone. He's the youth I adore. He's gone, and I never shall see him no more. Then she stretched forth her arms and made a great leap from the rocks that were high to the waters so deep, saying, the shells of the oysters shall make me a bed, and the shrimps in the ocean wriggle over my head, crying, oh, my love's gone. He's the youth I adore. He's gone, and I never shall see him no more. Now every night at 8 bells they appear, when the moon it is shining and the waters are clear. These 2 constant lovers, with all their young charms, rolling over and wrapped in love's arms, crying, oh, my love's gone. He's the youth I adore. He's gone, and I never shall see him no more.
Oh.
Great.
Yeah.
Over to Carol.
I think I remember. I think this is an Easter song. It's all under the leaves and the leaves of life, where I saw maidens from heaven, and it's one of those were Mary mild, was our King's mother from heaven. And then she asked
asked me what I was looking for, all under the leaves of life. I am looking for sweet Jesus Christ, with his body nailed to a tree. Oh mother, don't you weep for me, for weeping does me some harm. For it's I may suffer for you, dear mother, when you are dead and gone. Oh mother, well you must love John, for John's been an angel so bright. But it's now I will suffer for death, dear mother, when you are dead and gone. Go you down to yonder little town, as far as you can see, and there you will find sweet Jesus Christ, with his body nailed to a tree. And there's a rose and a rose and a genteel rose, the rose that grows so green. God will give us grace in every mortal place, for to pray to a heavenly guide.
Beautiful.
Very good.
So that takes us over to Pete and Maggie.
Have you got an F?
Oh,
Or
hello. Well, we're going to share a go, and
I've got an F.
you've got an F, right? Ages ago, in person, we once stood up in the tap room and couldn't get our notes and sat down in disgrace. And it's one of those moments where you kind of wake up at 3 a.m. remembering. So, Wayfaring Stranger, which Nick sings really pretty, and we're singing 2 parts of Sacred Harp version. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, while journeying through this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather o'er me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet beauteous fields lie just before me, where God's redeemed their vigils keep. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I want to wear a crown of glory when I get home to that good land. I want to shout salvation's story in concert with the blood-washed band. I'm going there to meet my Savior, to sing his praise forevermore. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home.
Hey! Whoa!
Are you done? Yeah?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. Okay.
Moment.
Yes.
Looking at the time, we'll go for Wendy and Roger and see where we get to.
Which order?
Wendy first.
Oh, poor Roger first. Okay, Wendy first. Okay. Cool. This is a song for the night. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk the miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, white winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere a-walking after midnight, searching for me. Somewhere a-walking after midnight, searching for me.
Abdabulous. Roger, follow on.
Oh yes, exactly. Follow that. Yeah. This is a song from the my friend Terry Hiscock wrote this back in the 70s. It's got a touch of the 70s about it. Like the last one I did, it's supposed to be done on the piano, but there we go. And it's not Sound of Silence. My friend, she'll tell me what she did last night. She'll tell you how her day began. Fly her words like a kite. She can talk just like a one-man band. While I'm listening, smiling in my sleeve. 'Cause Rosie, you're a country girl, and by listening, I'm saying I love your gypsy dreams. My friend, he will walk you down the longest road and tell you it's the shortest way home. Though you're weary and cold, you know he's traveled far on his own. And he sits there, happy as the day is long, and listening while I spin on the strings, he will say, in turning, what a dear old song. My friend, she will sit me down to eat each night, take away the taste of the day. What a waste of the day, not to see her till now. Now that I'm home, I can close my eyes, knowing that I'm not alone. As long as she's nearby, I will always have a place to call home.
Nice.
I think that's a nice way to finish us off. So
indeed.
So I think we're all back on the 13th. Do I make it? Is the next?
Must be the 15th, surely, because this is. Oh, have there been any good April Fools today?
Oh, 15th. I should have put my glasses on. It's the 15th.
Yes.
Vanity, all is vanity.
I know. Also, my mathematics should have told me.
Well, 12 Just Men should have shown you that, Bernard.
Yeah.
Have we got 12 just men with us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, some very dodgy men.
7, 8, 9, 10 men. Whether they're just or not, I can't say.
Well, we're only just men.
Oh, just. Well, I just say thank you for all coming along, and I thoroughly enjoyed it all.
Yes, thank you very much.
Indeed, yes. Thank you all. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Nick.
See you again in 2 weeks.
See you all soon.
Tom, good to see you.
Bye. Thanks, Bernard.
Bye.